Monsters exist, but they are too few in number to be truly dangerous. More dangerous are the common men, the functionaries ready to believe and to act without asking questions. Primo Levi. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Bowen is about a 9-year-old German boy, Bruno, living in Berlin. He comes home one day from school and finds the maid packing up the house. His mother explains that the family is moving due to a job promotion Bruno's father received. As a 9-year-old, Bruno is not at all happy about moving and complains that he won't have any friends to play with where they're going. When they move to their new house, Bruno can see from his bedroom window a large fence that stretches as far as the eye can see. And on the other side of that fence, there are people that are wearing what he describes as striped pajamas. He is told by his father that he's not allowed to go anywhere near that fence. However, on one of Bruno's many adventures, he comes upon a boy and while exploring that fence and introduces himself. The boy that is dressed in the notorious striped pajamas is Shmuel, and they become fast friends, and Bruno, as long as the weather is good, meets his new friend at the fence. Their friendship develops and grows over the span of a year. However, at the end of that year, Bruno's father decides that the environment is not a place where his family should be and decides to send them back to Berlin. Before they go back to Berlin, Bruno has a chance to say goodbye to Shmuel, and they decide to go on one last adventure. In the book, there is an excerpt that's between Bruno and Shmuel as they are trying to decide what to do. Bruno reaches a hand up to his head and felt where his hair used to be, but was now just stubble that hadn't fully grown back. "Don't you remember that you said I look like you?" he asked Shmuel, "since I had my head shaved?" "Only fatter," conceded Shmuel. "Well, if that's the case," said Bruno, "and if I had a pair of striped pajamas too, then I could come over on a visit and no one would be any the wiser." Shmuel's face brightened, and he broke into a wide smile. "Do you think so?" he asked. "Would you do it?" "Of course," said Bruno. "It would be a great adventure, our final adventure. I could do some exploring at last." "And you could help me look for Papa," said Shmuel. "Why not?" said Bruno. "We'll take a walk around and see whether we can find any evidence. That's always wise when you're exploring. The only problem is getting a spare pair of striped pajamas." Pages 122 to 123. Their friendship, unfortunately, does have devastating consequences at the end of the book.